guys, how's everybody doing today? My name is Tara, also known as Little Miss Freakshow. This is Sheldon, also known as Freddy Nightmare.
Hi.
This is my fiance, by the way, if nobody knew that. You're watching Freakshow's Forgotten Films, which is the series where I go through the movies that I bought on impulse and never watched. They're all in this coffin. I'm going to draw one at random and see what we get. So without further ado, let's rattle the bones. And this is your first one.
My first one. Oh.
You can pick. Don't look.
Okay.
And what's the movie?
Let's find out. Werewolves.
Werewolves. All right. Just give me a minute and I'll go dig it out. All right, we're back. And this is Werewolves. It says, they say war changes you. They have no idea. I remember buying this because I thought of the movie Dog Soldiers, which I do believe has a similar presence. That's not what I meant to say. What am I? Premise. That's the word. That's the word. Okay. A similar premise, because I've never seen Dog Soldiers. And my brain malfunctioned when I saw this in a discount bin and said, werewolves, that's that one about the soldiers that are wolves. You know, dog soldiers. This is not Dog Soldiers. For one thing, these are women. But anyway, on the back it says, 3 female soldiers are turned into bloodthirsty werewolves while on a covert mission. Okay? Now, there is a light in the darkness.
Light in darkness.
Okay. First, I'll give you what the ratings are on IMDb and the tomato meter scores. IMDb gives this a 2.8 out of 10. The tomato meter, non-existent. Nothing. And an audience score of 8. 8. But see, there's hope. Because the first name on the back is John Saxon. From Nightmare on Elm Street and From Dusk Till Dawn. He was in From Dusk Till Dawn. John Saxon. It's Nancy Thompson's dad.
Oh my
Nancy's
god,
dad.
same fellow that was in Black Christmas, the original.
Yes, he was.
Yes.
Nancy's dad was in Black Christmas.
I love him as an actor.
Yeah, like John Saxon's great.
Now, unfortunately, he's passed away.
He did pass away, didn't he? Why is it I know actors, but you know when they die?
It's strange.
You morbid motherfucker. Anyway, also listed on here, not as like a main person here, but Adrienne Barbeau. And you know I love me some Adrienne Barbeau.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love her. She's amazing. Remember her in the very first episode of Creepshow, the series? The one that had Lance Hendrickson in it?
Yes.
Was it Lance Hendrickson or Tobin Bell?
Tobin Bell.
Tobin Bell.
Tobin Bell.
I get them confused. Don't get mad at me.
They almost look alike.
They do look very
Right?
similar, and they're both in the weirdest movies. They'll just take anything. They're almost like Eric Roberts at this point. But anyway, who else is in this? Natasha Alam is on the back. It says she was in The Women and the Bold and the Beautiful. I know what The Bold and the Beautiful is. I had a grandmama that used to like watching her soaps, and Nan watched Bold and the Beautiful, right? Do you remember Bold and the Beautiful?
I cannot remember.
You remember Days. I know she remembers Days.
I remember Days for life.
And The Young and the Restless.
Yes.
Well, The Bold and the Beautiful was another one of them fuckeries, okay?
Now I'm thinking,
Yeah. No, I'm thinking General Hospital too now. Because General Hospital, Jensen Ackles used to be on it.
Really?
Yeah!
He must have been really young.
He was a baby.
He was a baby.
But let's see what it's rated. It's rated 14A. Who directed this monstrosity? Who? Nobody. Michael Worth. It was directed by Michael Worth. So, without further ado, we're going to watch it, and then we're going to tell you what we think. Alright, so we're back, and that was not what I expected at all. I expected a war movie. That was not a war movie. That was not a war movie at all. But you know what? It was a lot of fun. So I'm just going to run down the plot-ish real quick here. We start off in the desert. Don't know where. Somewhere in the Middle East, I'm assuming. This was made in 2009. It feels like 2009. And they get it. It's a platoon.
I don't know
what you would call it. It's a group of soldiers.
Yeah.
Okay? We're not military people. It's a group of soldiers, and they're all really young. Like, they're early 20s. And, like, it feels like... I referenced the sequel to the remake of Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, Hills Have Eyes 2.
Yeah, Hills Have Eyes 2, but, like, the sequel to the remake, not the sequel to the original, where there's soldiers in the desert. That's what it feels like. It has that feel to it, which I did look up. That came out in 2007. This came out in 2009, so a little inspiration, maybe not. Maybe I don't know. Mm-hmm. But it had that feel to it, like these goofball soldiers type thing. Anyway, they get attacked by werewolves. The light's flickering every time. We're not even in the shed anymore. I'm telling you, this happens to me. Anyway, they get attacked by werewolves. I'm assuming, I don't know if you were assuming, that, you know, we're just going to cut to the next day and they're going to be werewolves now fighting in a war.
That's what I was thinking.
No. We cut to 6 months later. We're back in the U.S. Where in the U.S., I'm not sure. Because we're in like a Chinatown type situation. But it doesn't say Chinatown. It's like little something. It was on a sign. But like we're also in this small town. But like it's supposedly the same place. But not the same place.
Yeah.
Then there's like a hotel and a bar. It doesn't make a lot of sense. That's not what we're here for. The group of soldiers are now back in the States. At first I thought this was going to be an allegory for your PTSD, the fact that they're werewolves now and that's going to be their PTSD, but that's just one of them. He's an alcoholic now. He uses the alcohol and drugs to suppress the werewolf. The rest of them don't.
The rest of them just lets
them be wolves.
Yeah.
So there's this guy in the small town who lives with Adrienne Barbeau, who is fantastic in this. She's always fantastic. She's like this conspiracy theory lady who talks about like aliens and Sasquatch and all this stuff, and she's adorable, as Adrienne Barbeau always is. This guy is supposed to be like their leader? I don't know. He calls himself Lawrence. That's not his real name. What did he say his name was after? Jake. Yes, yeah. Jake. This is our big dude. He doesn't want to be a werewolf. The rest of them want to be a werewolf. And they're trying to find Jake. So, we cut to another one of the soldiers that came back. This is one of the female ones who is working in a factory. She's in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And trying to be talked down by her friend. But she goes to, like, confessional and is like, forgive me for the sins I'm about to commit. So she's just gonna go, like, murder a bunch of motherfuckers. Dog.
It sounds like
dog.
Don't mean to sound dark, but it sounds like she's going to commit suicide.
It
like,
do.
In a way.
It do. But no, she's just going to go kill a bunch of motherfuckers. She has two friends. The three girls are together. Those are the three girls on the front of the movie. I thought these were like the main girls, but no. They're the main girls, but they're not the main characters.
Looking at the cover, you almost think that it's like, going to be
this
like
is
a
who
teen,
we're following.
Like a teen horror comedy kind of.
Yeah, which it kind of is a horror comedy, because this is really funny. Mm-hmm. John Saxon's character shows up next, I do believe, and he is hunting said werewolves. He finds two of them. One kills the other. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure. Like, one of them is mildly Asian looking, and he's like the bad one.
Yeah.
Why, I don't know. But he kills the other werewolf.
He's almost like the leader. Kind
of. Like, he kind of wants to be like, for lack of a better word, the alpha male. Mm-hmm. Like, they're wolves, so it will be the alpha. I'm not sure who the other dude was, but he contacted this Jake guy to come there. But they end up back in his town at some point. How? Don't know. I feel like there's pieces missing out of the movie. Did you feel like that?
Yeah, I felt like there was there's some disconnects.
Like, what happened? Like, how did we get back here? Anyway, we cut to a douchebag and his poor girlfriend in a car, and he's like this abusive asshole, and she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And they hit the lead female werewolf.
Yeah.
Like, the alpha female.
You literally could see her on the road and contorted, and you could see
think she was dead.
Her fingernails just
go back in. And you think she's dead.
Yeah.
And they put her in the trunk of the car because Buddy's a complete asshole. the other female werewolves show up at the bar we're there to and just obliterate them.
Mm-hmm.
And rescue, basically, the girl who now has a black eye. I wonder where that came from.
Right.
Rescues the girl with the abusive boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Tells her to go on home. She can do so much better. And, like,
yeah.
They killed her boyfriend, so she's fine.
Like, as soon as I seen the guy, I'm like, can I kill this guy?
Yeah,
please?
like, please let this guy die.
Right.
He does. That is the best part of the movie.
Yes.
Is the scene in the bar.
Yeah.
Because they are cool as fuck. And I'm like, if we're following these girls, I like this. It's kind of like a sexy femme fatale. Almost feels like it could be in the Ginger Snaps universe or something. But we don't follow them completely. What else was there? Oh. We move on. It's basically just them trying to hunt each other. And we end in a church where there's an AA meeting. Because, yeah. And the townspeople in the AA meeting are trying to fight the werewolves with, like, hockey sticks and tennis rackets. And, I don't know, Jake finally gives in to being a wolf, but he's a good wolf.
Yeah. Because
Adrian Barbeau tells him about the story of the two wolves that everybody's heard, the evil wolf and the good wolf that lives inside you, and which one wins? The one you feed. Everybody's heard that before. So they, like, clash in an epic wire fu match that looked terrible. There was no impact whatsoever in this match. They were body slamming each other and, like, picking you up and, like, ah! Like, we watch wrestling. We know that you can sell a move without actually physically getting hurt. They were not selling these moves whatsoever. Just boop.
Like in a ring, when you see a wrestler go down, you literally see
you feel the impact. Like,
exactly.
You can feel it. You know that it's safe.
In this movie,
there's no impact. Like, you don't feel any impact. It's just them kind of almost hitting each other, doing wire fu and flying through the air. It's ridiculous. Jake bites the bad werewolf's neck out. Yay, we win. I'm not sure. He meets up with the alpha female. He maybe is going to shoot her, but she shows she's already been shot. He lets her leave, and then we don't really know what happens. Yeah. The plot's a bit weird, but it's a bit basic. Mm-hmm. But I liked it.
Me too.
I didn't hate it as much as I thought I was going to hate it.
Like, in this movie, you won't get lost. Like, you will.
You'll get lost, but, like, in a fun way, where you're like, what in the name of the Lord Jesus is going on? I thought it was going to have some, like, religious undertones, because it did open with a Bible passage on the screen. I'm like, oh no. Oh, no. And then we immediately get into, like, butt rock. This has, like, a butt rock soundtrack. I don't.
And it's actually...
It's decent.
Yeah.
Like, I love me some butt rock, but I'm pretty sure the songs were written for the movie. Because nothing I recognized. I didn't look any up. Mm-mm. I should have Shazammed some, but I feel like they were written for the movie because I didn't recognize nothing. And you're more into music than I would, and I feel like you would have recognized something.
I didn't recognize any of it.
The only thing I really recognized was the fact that they kept playing a really terrible version of Ave Maria.
Yeah.
Over, like, what's supposed to be sad scenes, but it's, like, not.
It's just a funny scene.
It's, like, sad, but, like, it's a little dramatic to be playing Ave Maria, okay? Like, no. But the soundtrack, like, it felt like you said a little bit of Offspring-y, which is more punk than butt rock, but, like, to me it was, like...
Papa Roach.
It felt like later Papa Roach. Yeah, like, the Scars, the song Scars that they sing, it felt like that. Maybe, like... Spine Shank almost, but not as heavy as Spine Shank.
Nothing More.
That's what?
You never heard Nothing More?
Is that a song or a band?
Band.
No, I haven't, but now
Nothing
I will.
More. It has a similar
See?
sound.
He's
to
the music
Nothing
guy.
More.
Yes. I'm the horror. He's the metal. Okay. What else? Oh, there's a lot of people in this.
A lot of famous people.
Like, 80s people. And you're the one that actually pointed it out to me, because I knew John
Jackson?
Yeah. I don't know what I was going to call him that time, John Faction or something. I knew he was going to be in it. And I knew Adrian Barbeau was in it, because they're on the freaking cover. Mm-hmm. But, you want to come up?
You want to come up, buddy?
Come on. Hi.
You don't start.
This Cujo. The dogs are gonna come over now because they're like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, they're wondering. They're curious.
You're the one that pointed out to me that Martin Cove was in it. You just said he was in VFW. Now we love VFW
because I don't know. I have this thing. I can pick out the actor.
The faces. Yeah.
Even
You're really good at seeing, like, knowing faces. I'm not.
Even though the face, you couldn't really see it until after, but I could recognize the voice.
The voice, too. You're like, that guy, you don't know the name, but you're like, that guy was in VFW. And, of course, I looked it up. Yeah. And it was Martin Cove from VFW, also from Karate Kid. He's in Cobra Kai. I think he was in, like, Death Race 2000, Rambo, stuff like that.
You're talking the original Rambo?
Like, Rambo.
Oh, okay.
Well, technically, it's First Blood 2, Rambo, First Blood 2, or whatever.
Yeah.
Hi, Cujo really likes to get up my arms when we're doing these things. And
Cujo is oh God. Well, hello, sir.
And that's Ash. All right,
Dang,
so yeah, guys.
would like to be important as well.
Yeah. Also is one of the main actors, Tim. I can't say his name without Tim Thomerson, I believe it's pronounced. And he was in Near Dark and the Trancers movies. And Art LaFleur is in everything.
He is.
He was in, you said he was in House. You're a big House fan.
Yep.
He was in Boy Meets World at one point. Like, he's in a lot of stuff. And he's really fun in this movie.
Everybody was in Boy Meets World.
Everybody was in Boy Meets World at some point. I love that show. And the director of the film, Michael Worth, actually plays the main character, Jake. And he is the writer. And I don't think I mentioned it to you, but he also wrote and directed and starred, I do believe, in a movie called Bring Me the Head of Lance Hendrickson, which also stars Tim Thomerson as himself. I seen it on IMDb and I'm like, I gotta see what this is.
Anything with Lance Hendrickson in it.
The dogs are gone nuts down here. I don't even know if Lance Hendrickson is in it. It's like Bring Me the Head of Lance Hendrickson is what it's called. I'm trying to get the dogs to stop fighting while we're talking here. What else can we say about this? Oh, the ending. Hey, be nice.
Here you go.
The ending is John Saxon. It is John Saxon, right?
Yes.
That is his name.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't think that's right. Is still looking for werewolves. He's leaving the hotel. Oh, the two hotel girls who have nothing to do with anything.
No.
But one of them knows really bad karate. She's like always doing like karate.
The other one gets out from under the truck.
And it's like,
what does she say?
She's like, oh, those black, like she's praising her up on her black belt karate skills, and she literally looks like a 12-year-old boy doing karate kicks in her backyard. She looks like the pancakes dude from Cabin Fever. Pancakes!
Yeah.
Pancakes! Yeah! Wow! It's like, what? Anyway, sorry about that, but the kids to bed. They were getting on with it. Holy cow.
You could pretty much, yeah.
What was I talking about? Oh, right, the Kung Fu girl. And there's no reason for this whatsoever. They're filling up Buddy's tank at the end of it, and lo and behold, there's a guy playing guitar next to the thing. You don't see his full face, but it is implied that it's Elvis.
And what does Adrienne Barbeau say at the beginning about Elvis?
Like, cause she's a conspiracy theorist. She's talking about, like, how Elvis, she keeps reading, like, the National Enquirer is what comes to my mind. And it's like, look, Elvis is still alive. He faked his own death, and apparently he's playing guitar outside of a hotel ran by two girls in the middle of nowhere. And we don't know why. But, yeah, that's werewolves for you. That's werewolves. It was a thing. To me, it felt like it's definitely the first movie. Like, it's a standalone movie. But it felt like it could have been, like, the quality of the acting, like, it was well made and well done, but the quality of it felt like it could be a lesser sequel to something like I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer, or
Wrong Turn.
One of the, like, lesser Wrong Turn movies.
I would say Wrong Turn, maybe 2.
It feels more like the one with Doug Bradley in it to me.
Oh, that's number 5.
Number 5, like what, something like that. Bloodlines, yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah. What's the one with the hotel?
That's
Last Resort. No,
The Last
the
Resort.
6th. that's 6.
Yeah, okay.
6 or 7
That's
or something.
That's the one I haven't seen because of the whole...
The incest?
Yes.
Which happens in all of them, but it's really weird and culty,
Yeah.
and we're not talking about Wrong Turn.
Yeah,
we need to go through the Wrong Turn movies at some point.
We do.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I like the remake. Reimagining, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
Go back to Elvis.
Elvis. Oh no, that this felt like a...
Oh, right.
Like, Urban Legend had Urban Legend, then Final Cut, and then a third one, Urban Legend Bloody Mary, that just wasn't as good as the rest of them, but is still stupidly fun.
Mm-hmm.
This was dumb fun. There's some real good jokes in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the fact that Buddy shoots Missy and calls her a bitch, that I don't know why that made me laugh, but it did. It really made me laugh, because she's a wolf. Like, okay, that's a really stupid joke, but, it's just that kind of dumb. But overall, I always like these movies better than most people do. Like I say, IMDb gave it a 2.8 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 5. The only thing I almost gave it a 6. I did. And what was you're giving it?
7.
You're gonna give it a 7. You liked it a little more than I did because you liked the dumb jokes and stuff more than I do.
Not only that, I like the quality of the film.
Yeah, it wasn't badly made. It was really well lit.
It's not like pixelated.
No, it's like...
It's not
We
shot,
grade on a curve because we've seen some shit.
It's not shot on a phone.
No, it's actually really well made. It's really nicely lit,
There's an actual budget to it to a degree.
Yeah, like, it's not some dudes in the woods with a camera phone. Like, some of the movies.
If there would have been gore in it.
Yes, that's what killed it for me, because with these really stupid... A water bottle just came to life. With these really stupid, low-budget movies like this, what saves them mostly for me is the gore. I am a gore hound. I love gore.
The gore is what makes a horror film fantastic.
And we don't get a lot of that.
We don't.
Like, the scene in the bar has the only real human deaths.
But he's just going, but someone's just dragging him, and he's just, and blood's just spraying back at him, and...
Yeah, like, you get back spray, but you don't get to see the kills much.
Even the one where Jake bites the head guy.
Bites the neck, yeah.
He just goes like that.
He goes like that, and there's blood, and then you look at Jake, and he takes a piece of, like, rubber covered in blood out of his mouth. Like, everybody is off-screen to death, and there's not a lot of deaths.
No.
That I can think of besides one werewolf, 4 assholes in a bar,
and John Sex,
Tim Thomerson.
Yeah, there you go.
Thomerson. Tim Thomerson. He passes away. And a couple of the werewolves, I think. One werewolf at the beginning, good werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
Then 2 of the girls, maybe, because we don't see what happens to the blonde. We assume that the alpha female kills her.
Yeah.
The brunette, John Saxon kills and calls her a bitch. And Tim Thomerson, there's only...
No, Tim Thomerson kills her.
Tim Thomerson, he says bitch.
I was thinking that time, yeah.
I thought it was John Saxon, yeah. But there's not a whole lot of deaths, and everybody's pretty much off-screen to death or shot. So it's not like... I wanted to see some guts. I wanted to see some really good practical effects, because that's what the best part of these kinds of movies are.
Yeah.
Is really good practical effects.
That's what gets us into it.
Yes. So I'm giving it a 5, you're giving it a 7.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all we got to say about it. So, yeah, I'd check it out.
I'd check it out, absolutely.
It's not Dog Soldiers. It's not. My stupid brain thought it was when I seen it in the bargain bin, but it's not Dog Soldiers. But it's something. It's definitely a fun little movie to watch if... Like, you won't be mad about watching it.
Like, I wouldn't mind watching it again.
Yeah.
Because it's actually not that bad.
So, we're going to leave it at that. I never say this enough, but like, comment, subscribe. There's a little bell there you can lick. You can lick. I'm not even on any drugs. I'm just highly caffeinated. She says, as there's a Monster Energy can just looming over her shoulder. Lick that bell button.
Just give it a lick.
Lick that bell button. I'm fine. I'm fine. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.